to an interesting episode of Professional Biography. Today, I have with me a versatile maritime professional who has over 30 years of experience in the maritime sector. A highly skilled marine engineer, he holds an advanced diploma in marine engineering from the Australian Maritime College, during which his exceptional performance garnered the Royal Australian Navy Prize. Sailing for a decade, he rose to the rank of chief engineer, after which he transitioned to diverse shore-based management roles. As the Honorary Secretary of IMarEST UAE since 2012, he fosters collaborations between professional bodies, government, and industries. An active international speaker, he facilitates thought leadership, has hosted over 70 seminars and webinars, which are extremely popular among the maritime professionals. Recognized for his contributions, he is also champions technology to enhance maritime efficiency. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. Nikeel Idnani, PPG's Key Account Manager and Honorary Secretary of IMarEST UAE. Welcome, sir, to the program.
Thank you, Neha. I look forward to a discussion.
Yes, sir. So, as my first question, sir, can you please walk us through your early life, your parents, school, college? What were you as a child?
Certainly, Neha. Let me start from the beginning. I was born on the 1st of December, 1969 in Mumbai. That time, my father was a chief officer in the Merchant Navy, and my mother took on the responsible role of a housewife. I have a brother who recently celebrated his 50th birthday and works at Deloitte in New York. We both attended the Scholar High School in Colaba. And after completing high school, I pursued a 2-year science program at Jahin College. My father was a pilot in the Bombay port, and growing up, I must admit, we enjoyed a comfortable middle class life in Mumbai. I believe my upbringing has significantly influenced my perspective and attitude.
Okay, that's great. So, how did uh, how did you get into this maritime industry as such?
Yeah, certainly. Maritime life runs deep in my family.
Okay,
My grandfather was a mariner. My father was a captain. His brother was a captain. My
okay,
mother's brother was a captain. I was practically born into the marine world. And in fact, took my first steps on board a ship as the chief officer's baby back in May 1970. As I grew older, I continued sailing as a supernumerary on several trips. During my school years, I participated in the Sea Cadet Corps for 4 years. So you see, Neha, growing up surrounded by mariners instilled in me a profound respect for the sea and a deep understanding of the demands of a maritime career, which fascinated me. So, after completing grade 12, I formalized my connection to the maritime industry in a 4-year marine engineering apprenticeship at Mazgon Dock Limited in Mumbai. Then in 1993, I officially joined the crew of a ship as a fifth engineer, marking the beginning of my seafaring career. And over the next decade, I proudly worked my way up, achieving the esteemed rank of chief engineer.
that's very good. So somewhere around the late, did you ever think of no having a diversified culture, a diversified career altogether, not marine but something else? Was there
No,
any? Okay. That's great. So, sir, you transitioned from working on board ships to sales and business development roles. What prompted this career change?
in 2004, I traded my oil stained boiler suit for a business suit,
Okay.
which was due to a combination of factors, including my decision to get married to my
Okay.
now wife. While my time at sea as a chief engineer provided valuable experiences, I sought a new challenge that would leverage my engineering background while allowing me to explore different facets of the maritime industry. The decision was influenced by a desire to contribute to the maritime sector in a broader capacity beyond the technical aspects. Sales and business development offered an opportunity to engage with like-minded clients and understand their needs and provide innovative solutions. It also allowed me to bridge the gap between the technical intricacies of maritime operations and the business strategies driving the industry forward. I believe that my technical expertise, coupled with a keen understanding of the industry's operational challenges, positions me well to drive meaningful advancements and build lasting partnerships in the maritime business landscape.
Okay, that's cool, sir. What do you enjoy the most? Was it the maritime onboard ships, or is it the current roles that you're handling?
Both, to be honest, Neha. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, it's a very fulfilling being a ship's engineer is a very fulfilling profession. But it's a whole different ballgame in terms of social isolation. So now it's different, and I'm fortunate to still be associated with the maritime industry. So it's more looking at the commercial aspect as I have landed my feet ashore.
Okay, that's cool, sir. So, any challenges did you face in the early days of business development? How did you tackle them?
In the early stages of business development, while I was adapting to the new role, I must admit I had several challenges, and to be honest, some of them which persist today.
Okay.
Since I was new in Dubai, I had to build a network. I had to understand the market. I had to establish my credibility from scratch. And related to the job, obviously generate leads, overcome rejections, while at the same time staying persistent and manage my time effectively. My first line manager, Venki Rao, who's currently the managing director for the Unique Group, provided thought leadership, encouraging active networking and sharing leads. Venki, if you're listening, I offer my heartfelt appreciation. I embraced your constructive feedback for improvement, and there's been no looking back. Of course, being an ex chief engineer, it certainly helped when interacting with ex chief engineer customers. Although it wasn't easy, with support from higher management and adapting to feedback, I maintained a level of resilience in the face of rejection, trying to achieve sometimes unrealistic commercial targets in this dynamic field of business development.
So, can you brief us more about your organization and the different that the roles that you handle, the major things that your company handles, and the role responsibilities that you have?
Yeah, sure. PPG is the largest paint company in the world with a revenue of almost $18 billion dollars in 2022. It was founded in 1883, if I remember correctly, and currently headquartered in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. PPG is ranked 218 in the list of American Fortune 500 companies operating in over 70 countries with some 50,000 employees. So we operate in marine, offshore, civil infrastructure, uh, petrochemicals, power, aerospace, automotive. In fact, the Mercedes in your garage, Neha, is coated with PPG paint.
Oh, that is good.
And since January of 2020, I'm an account manager for PPG Marine Dubai, and my responsibility is to introduce our superior coatings to ship owners to protect their assets, their vessels, and cut operational costs and adopt appropriate energy saving measures.
So, sir, what would be your most cherished professional accomplishment?
Neha, quite honestly, accomplishment for me lies in the work I do and not so much the applause that follows. Nonetheless, I am honored to receive the prestigious International Maritime Club and AIMRI Honorary Industrial Doctorate as a recognition to my contributions to the maritime industry. Likewise, in March 2022, I received the IMarEST Global Outstanding Contribution to Marine Education Award in London. Also, the IMarEST President's Commendation Award in 2017 and Marine Ambassador title in 2016, which highlighted my commitment to elevating the Middle East maritime cluster into higher levels of accomplishment.
Congratulations for that. Indeed, you deserve that. So, sir, can you please brief us about the trends you're seeing now in the maritime and the marine industry, and how do you think that businesses should adapt those according to those changes?
Yeah. In the ever evolving maritime landscape, key trends include, for starters, regulatory changes, and as a result of which, digitalization and smart shipping, green shipping, and sustainability and cybersecurity concerns are what come to my mind. Now, based on these trends, businesses should adapt by investing in appropriate digital solutions, obviously exploring green shipping practices, and staying informed about contemporary technologies. With technology and digitalization, cybersecurity measures need to be prioritized. Obviously, as we move towards a more environmentally friendly shipping, then researching alternate fuels is critical. And of course, staying abreast of regulatory developments. So, in a nutshell, it's proactive adaptation to these trends is crucial for the long-term success and sustainability of maritime businesses.
How do you think technology has impacted the buying process and the client's expectations in the maritime sector?
Yeah, as mentioned previously, technology has transformed the maritime sector by digitizing procurement and enabling data-driven, fact-based decision making, facilitating real-time monitoring and automating processes. The customer is now more informed and acts more as a partner. They now expect personalized service, and from what I've experienced myself, the integration of smart innovations like predictive maintenance, for example, enabling an increase in efficiency of their operations.
As we know, sustainability has been growing as a priority across the maritime industry. So, what role do you think marine engineers can play in driving progress in this particular area?
Marine engineers, for sure, along with our naval architect colleagues, are pivotal in advancing sustainability in the maritime sector. Both roles involve integrating green technologies, optimizing ship designs for efficiency, exploring renewable energy sources, and implementing emission reduction strategies. By championing alternate fuels, waste heat recovery, and smart shipping technologies, marine engineers contribute significantly to environmental conservation. This is achieved through education, research, and adherence to regulatory standards, which further enhance their impact, shaping a more sustainable and responsible future for the maritime industry.
Very good role to play. So you have been deeply involved with IMarEST UAE branch for many years now. So what has motivated to take you on the leadership role in this professional organization?
This is close to my heart, Neha. My motivation to take on a leadership role at the IMarEST is deeply rooted in a lifelong connection to the maritime industry. The journey with the IMarEST began in 1999 when I was inducted as a student member at the Australian Maritime College, free of charge. My work was well received. My test scores soared, and at the culmination of my course in 2000, I was honored with the IMarEST prize for the best overall performance amongst 25 aspiring chief engineers in the Advanced Diploma of Marine Engineering. So this is how my positive association with the IMarEST began. Then, over the course of the years, the positive relationship continued. I was a member, and obviously, when I came to Dubai, I got the opportunity to lead the role of secretary at the IMarEST UAE branch. The motivation stems from a passion for the maritime community, a desire to contribute to its growth and sustainability, and a commitment to upholding the values of the IMarEST. My personal narrative reflects a journey from being a technical enthusiast to steering the IMarEST UAE branch with a focus on excellence, benevolence, and community engagement. My professional ties to the maritime world includes a dedication to service and giving back to the industry. I consider my role as the Honorary Secretary as a constructive hobby and a labor of love, where I align my personal ethos with the IMarEST values to create an extraordinary maritime community.
So, as the Honorary Secretary of IMarEST, what strategies and approaches have you implemented to engage members and add value to them?
The IMarEST UAE branch technical meetings have seen a tenfold increase in attendance since I took the helm in 2012. Yes, you heard it right. We went from a measly attendance of some 15 attendees prior to 2012 to an average of 150 delegates at every meeting, all eager to immerse themselves in the knowledge and the camaraderie we provide. The meetings are free of charge, and anyone interested in the topic is welcome to attend. In fact, at our technical meeting in August 2023, sponsored by ELCOM, we were graced with the presence of 230 participants. You see, my dear Neha, it's in my blood, in my very DNA to unite marine professionals.
That is true, sir. So, what do you see as the most pressing needs or issues that are being faced by marine engineering professions today? And how do you think that groups like IMarEST can address them?
Marine engineering professionals face several challenges, such as environmental compliance, technology integration, crew training, talent shortage, safety standards, while at the same time having to adhere to economic pressures. With that eye on cybersecurity risks. Overcoming these challenges demands collaboration, innovation, and proactive training to navigate the complex landscape of marine engineering successfully. And this is perhaps where the IMarEST adds value. We are all about bringing together, collaborating with marine professionals from all fields. Membership with the IMarEST comes with a treasure trove of benefits tailored to every grade. Our special interest groups, as the name suggests, are groups which focus on specific fields like biofouling or autonomous systems, where a member can share knowledge, collaborate, and advance in their chosen field of specialization. Being part of an appropriate association, such as the IMarEST, comes with numerous benefits. For example, you can gain access to valuable industry information through conferences and discussions, staying up to date and exchanging best practices. Networking is crucial too, connecting you with like minded professionals who can foster both personal and business growth.
Since you are a marine engineer yourself, uh, you must have faced many challenges during your professional career as well. So, is there any particular instance where, after joining IMarEST, you thought this is the first issue that I must tackle, and if you had done something to help the other marine engineers as well in that particular arena?
Well, like I mentioned, when I took over, so I came to Dubai in 2004, and from 2004 until 2012, I was just an IMarEST member attending the IMarEST technical meetings, and sitting in the audience, I noticed the gaps that were there, and I noticed as I was progressing in my career in Dubai, I had a fair understanding of the requirements of the maritime fraternity. And the fact that I was sitting in my institute meetings, I could see that we could become better in so many ways. And this was always at the back of my mind, continuous improvement, which runs in my DNA as being a marine engineer. So when I got the opportunity, I made sure that I dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. And that's why I mentioned earlier, yeah, when I attended initially, it was some 15 attendees. And the last meeting we had in August of 2023, we had 230 attendees. And I've received so many letters of appreciation, which are there on our website. And this is from reputed Fortune 500 companies. We're not talking about a mom and pop store. So this is very encouraging that there is tangible recognition to the efforts that I've been putting in.
Okay, that is great, sir. So, sir, in your opinion, what technology developments do you think could truly transform or disrupt the marine sector in the coming years?
The maritime industry is on the brink of transformation with cutting edge technologies, from talks of autonomous ships and AI driven predictive maintenance to green propulsion, advanced weather forecasting, and energy efficiency technologies such as advanced anti fouling coatings, which I sell. These innovative these innovations promise a safer, more efficient, and sustainable maritime future. Advanced satellite communication. We had Starlink in our previous meeting. 3D printing for parts, augmented reality navigation further contribute to this technical revolution. As the industry sets sail into the future, these advancements hold the key to navigating the seas with unprecedented efficiency and environmental consciousness.
Okay, sir. So, coming to some lighter kind of questions, how do you maintain your work-life balance when you have such a demanding career, and what are your interests and passions outside of work?
Maintaining a Maintaining the work-life balance is in a demanding career involves prioritizing tasks and delegation. I schedule breaks when necessary, and more importantly, establish effective communication both at work and at home. I spend quality time with my wife and daughter and never miss an opportunity to party with friends. There are, in fact, several listeners in Dubai who will agree with this statement. Nonetheless, I tend to practice self care, which I believe contributes to a more balanced and fulfilling life. It's a dynamic process that requires continuous adjustments to ensure overall well-being. Managing the IMarEST UAE branch has become a constructive hobby. I find myself playing a pivotal role in promoting IMarEST activities within the esteemed Middle East maritime fraternity, or I should now call family.
So, what are your hobbies outside of work when you're not working, when you're not leading IMarEST? What else do you do?
Wow, that's to be honest, it's obviously an honorary position, and therefore I can dedicate my time outside of work. So the weekends are spent doing IMarEST work. Some evenings are spent doing IMarEST work. Or else, just to keep fit, I take a walk. I have a beautiful park outside of my home, so I go for an hour, as the doctor suggested, 10,000 steps every day.
Okay, that's great that you're looking after your fitness. Our final question: what advice do you have for young people who are looking to excel and lead in the maritime industry?
Charting a course for maritime success involves several critical elements. Continuous learning is the name of the game, and I do that myself. Keep an eye on the industry wins, trends, and emerging technology. Networking is your compass. Get invited to industry gatherings such as the IMarEST UAE branch meetings, which are free to attend. By joining such groups, you can learn from the seasoned mariners. It's all about the mates you make along the way. And speaking of the compass, whether it's reaching a leadership position or contributing to industry advancements, goals give us direction in the vast sea of opportunities. And to identify these opportunities, it is essential to have the compass of mentorship. Seek mentors. Learn, like I said earlier, from the seasoned sailors who've navigated these waters before. Their guidance can steer you clear of rocky shores. Like my father says, experience is a good teacher, but an expensive one. Maintain, I would say, a delicate balance between technical proficiency and dance with soft skills. Leadership is, after all, a pleasant blend of them both. And speaking of leadership, try cultivating leadership early. It's never too early. Take charge, lead projects, and inspire the crew. Effective communication and swift decision making are the stars that guide us. It's often said that change is the only constant. So embrace it. Stay nimble with new technology and ideas, especially for the old fogies such as myself. It's like catching the perfect wind to propel our career ship forward, if it's a sailboat, of course. And speaking of moving forward, navigate with integrity, which I call our moral compass. Trust is built on ethical conduct, especially in the maritime world. And to build trust, effective communication is our anchor. Convey with clarity, listen actively, and collaborate like the well oiled gears of a positive displacement pump. So, notwithstanding all the advice I just gave, rest assured you will be faced with unknown challenges. Remember, the storm is where the sea reveals its true nature. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. You know, overcoming obstacles builds resilience and turns us into seasoned professionals. So, my young friends, there you have it, a chat about conquering the maritime world. Hope you're ready to cast off and set sail towards success.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed a great piece of advice, and I'm sure that many people who are looking forward to join the industry will definitely resonate with it. So, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insight and spending your time here with us and giving us a sneak peek into your life. I'm sure everyone will be tremendously inspired by your journey, just like we are. So, thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome. I certainly hope there's some value to this.
Yes, definitely you did, sir. Thank you so much. Bye, sir.